Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome to my channel Parul English Lab. This is an advanced English lesson and today we will learn about correlative conjunctions. I already have made videos on subordinating conjunctions and coordinating conjunctions. So today we will learn correlative conjunctions. So now let's start our today's video. We all know what are conjunctions. Conjunctions are the words that connect to sentences, to phrases or to words. Now correlative conjunctions, they work in pairs to connect to phrases, to clauses or sentences or words. Now let's understand this with some examples. The first correlative conjunction is either or either or. Both pronunciation is correct, either or either. So it's up to you whichever you want to use. Okay, so either or. We use either or when we talk about an option or an alternative. Okay, for example, you can either choose the red dress or the white dress. Okay, so we are not talking about both the dresses. We are not saying you can choose this and this. No, either this or this. Okay, so here we are talking about an alternative. So you can choose either the red dress or the white dress. So here either or, it's connecting two phrases. Either the red dress, it's the first phrase, or the white dress. The white dress, this is the second phrase. Okay, so in this sentence, this correlative conjunction either or, this is connecting two phrases. What will you have? I will have either milk or coffee. Okay, so either milk or coffee, not both, either this or this. Now here either or is connecting two words, either milk, one word, or coffee, second word is coffee. Okay, so in this sentence, this correlative conjunction is connecting two words. Now let's see how we can connect two sentences using this correlative conjunction. He either keeps his wallet himself or leave it with his wife. So here either or is connecting two sentences. He either keeps his wallet himself. So keeps his wallet himself, this is first sentence, and second sentence is or leaves it with his wife. So leaves it with his wife, this is the second sentence. Okay, so here correlative conjunction either or is connecting two sentences. So this way we use either or when we talk about alternatives, and yes, it can connect to sentences, to words or to phrases. Next is neither nor. Now whether you call it neither or neither, they both are correct. Okay, so neither nor or neither nor. Now this is used when you talk about two or more things that are not true or do not happen. For example, the movie was neither funny nor interesting. So neither funny nor interesting. So if you want to say that the movie was not interesting or it was not good, so instead of making two sentences, you can use this correlative conjunction and you can frame a sentence like the movie was neither funny nor interesting. Now just keep one thing in mind, that you are not going to use a negative word with neither nor because it's negative. Okay, so if you use a negative word with it, so it's going to be double negative, which is grammatically incorrect. Okay, so you cannot frame a sentence like the movie was not neither funny nor interesting. Okay, was not, so you will not use not. Okay, so it should be positive. So the movie was neither funny nor interesting. So here neither nor is connecting two words, neither funny nor interesting. So funny one word, interesting another word. Now you can also start a sentence with neither. Neither my mom nor my dad were at the function. So here neither nor is connecting two phrases. Neither my mom is a phrase, nor my dad, another phrase, at the function. Neither he cleans the house nor he asks his wife to clean it. So here neither nor is connecting two sentences. Neither he cleans the house, this is the first sentence, nor he asks his wife to clean it. So this is the second sentence. Okay, so this way neither nor connects to words, to sentences and to phrases. And we use it when we talk about two or more things that will not happen, okay, that are not true. Then we use neither nor. It's a negative conjunction and don't use a negative word with it. Next correlative conjunction is as. We use as to compare two things. For example, this movie was not as bad as I thought. So there is a comparison, as bad as I thought. So I thought something else and the movie wasn't that bad. So there's a comparison between the movie, what it is, and what I thought. Okay, so this way we use as when we compare two things. The movie wasn't as bad as I thought. He is as tall as Max. So again there is a comparison with Max. He is as tall as Max. The kid was running as fast as us. The kid was running as fast as us. So this way we use as when we compare two things. Next correlative conjunction is both and. So we use this conjunction when we talk about two things that are equally important. For example, I liked both the movie and the play. So here the movie and the play, they both are equally important. Okay, so I liked both the movie and the play. He is both smart and intelligent. Both the teams and their coaches worked hard. So both the teams and their coaches. So teams and their coaches, they both are equally important. Okay, so this way we use this correlative conjunction both and when we talk about two things that are equally important. Now I'm going to tell you three correlative conjunctions that have the same meaning. First is scarcely when, second is no sooner than, and third is hardly when. So all these three conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, they have the same meaning. These conjunctions are used to say that one thing happens and immediately after that another thing happens. Now let's look at some examples. No sooner had I reached the station than the train came. So this means the moment we reached the station in the past, immediately after that the train came. One thing happened and after that, immediately after that, another thing happened. Okay, so here I have used had because we are talking about the past. That's why I have used had. Okay, no sooner had we reached the station then the train came. Okay, so this is the rule. Auxiliary verb comes the first and then comes the subject. Okay, you cannot frame it like no sooner I had reached the station. That is wrong. Okay, so first you have to use an auxiliary verb and after that comes the subject. Okay, so no sooner had I reached the station, third form of the verb, then the train came. Just keep one thing in mind, that no sooner than, scarcely when and hardly when, they all introduce the first event. Okay, so here in this sentence also, no sooner had we reached the station. Okay, so first we reached the station. So no sooner is introducing the first event and after that, immediately after that, what happened? The train came. So all these three correlative conjunctions, they introduce the first event. Now here in this sentence, no sooner can easily be replaced by hardly when. Hardly had I reached the station when the train came. This is also correct. Or scarcely had I reached the station when the train came. So meaning is that first we reached the station and the moment we reached the station, immediately after that the train came. One more thing I want to tell you here, that with no sooner you can use had or did also, because we are talking about the past and in past we can use did. Okay, so you can also frame this sentence like no sooner did I reach the station. So here you will not use past form of the verb reached because we know we have done it that with did we always use first form of the verb or the base form of the verb, because did is the past form of do. So that's why we always use the base form of the verb with did. Okay, no sooner did we reach the station than the train came. So here you have an option with no sooner. You have an option. You can use either had or did. They both are correct. Just keep one thing in mind, that with had you will use third form of the verb or past form of the verb, and with did you will use base form of the verb. But with scarcely when or hardly when, you cannot use did. Now if you make a sentence like hardly did we reach the station when the train came, so this is absolutely incorrect. So always keep in mind that you will use had with hardly when and scarcely when, and when it comes to no sooner, so with no sooner you can use did or had. It is up to you, whichever you want to use. Otherwise, all these three correlative conjunctions, they have the same meaning and there is no difference, and this means that one thing happens and immediately after that another thing happens. Let me give you one more example. No sooner had I completed my work than the guest arrived. So this means that the moment I completed my work, immediately after that the guest arrived. You can also frame it like no sooner did I complete my work than the guest arrived, or hardly had I completed my work when the guest arrived, or scarcely had I completed my work when the guest arrived. So this way you will use all these three correlative conjunctions. Next correlative conjunction is whether or. Whether or is used to introduce an alternative. For example, I'll tell you whether you are eligible for this post or not. Whether you are eligible or not. Okay, so an alternative. It doesn't matter whether you stay or go. You have to study whether you like it or not. He is confused whether to have fish or chicken. So this way we use whether or to introduce an alternative, whether this or this, not both, whether this or this. Next is the more, the more. This correlative conjunction is generally or commonly used as a phrase. The more something happens, the more something else happens. For example, the more I think about your suggestion, the more I like it. Okay, so the more I think of your suggestion, the more I like it. So something happens, the more something else happens. The more I learn English, the more I enjoy it. So this way we use the more correlative conjunction to show that the more something happens, the more something else happens. Next is would rather than. This correlative conjunction is used to show the preference. I have made a detailed video about this. It's there on my channel. I will mention the link in description box so you can watch it if you haven't yet. So just to give you an idea, would rather than is used to show the preference. For example, I would rather sit at home than going out with friends. So here my preference is to be at home than going out with friends. I would rather spend than save. So my preference is to spend, not to save. Okay, so this way we use it to show the preference, and to know more about it, please watch the detailed video about this. Next conjunction is such that. Such that is used to give reason. For example, he was such an amazing person that we all followed him. Why did you follow him a lot? Why? There should be a reason behind it. Okay, so he was such an amazing person that we all followed him. So here this is used to give a reason. She is such a bad manager that company is planning to fire her. So why company is planning to fire her? The reason is that she is such a bad manager. Okay, so again there is a reason. So we use such that to give a reason. So this way this particular correlative conjunction is used. She is such a lovely girl that I want to meet her over and over again. So why do you want to meet her over and over again? Because she is such a lovely girl. So this way you can use such that. And the last one is not only but also. So this conjunction is used to show a balance in a sentence. How? Let's look at some examples. I like her not only as an actor but also as a person. So here it creates a balance within a sentence. I like her not only as an actor but also as a person. Sometimes you can leave out also. So if you frame a sentence like, I like her not only as an actor but as a person, so that is also correct and that also has the same meaning. He not only scored good marks but also topped the university. Now, sometimes people use not only in the starting of the sentence. So that is also correct. We do it to put more emphasis in a sentence. For example, not only did he score good marks, but also he topped the university. But when you want to use not only in the starting of a sentence, then keep one thing in mind, that the auxiliary verb will come first and then the subject. Okay, not only did he score good marks, but also he topped the university. Okay, so this way you have to do it. Otherwise you can frame a sentence like, he not only scored good marks but also topped the university. So they both are correct. It's up to you whichever you want to use. The dog was not only barking but also he was scratching his paws. Now again, if you want to use not only in the starting of the sentence, then it goes like, not only was the dog barking, was the dog barking. Okay, not only dog was barking, that's incorrect. So if you are using not only in the starting, then first comes the auxiliary verb and then the subject. So not only was the dog barking, but also he was scratching his paws. Not only does she speak German, but also she speaks English. So that's all about correlative conjunctions. These are the most common correlative conjunctions that we use in our day-to-day conversation. So I hope it's all clear to you. Now please practice it. Try to make some more sentences using these conjunctions. And if you have any doubts, you can always mention in the comment sections and I will definitely try to reply to you all. Please like and subscribe to my channel, Parul English Lab, and don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications. Keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you. Take care. Have a great day.